Hey boys, it's Sub again. It's been a couple of days, I'd say. But, throughout those couple of days, I've done a few things. I finished my strike aircraft line, you know. I studied for my exams that are coming up a bit, so this is probably one of the last videos you're gonna see from me for like a week or two, and then we'll pick up daily uploads again. But, another reason for me not uploading for 4 days is because I feel like garbage. So, yeah. I mean, me having a sore throat is not a new thing. I struggle with my tonsils a lot. But anyway, yeah, my throat's pretty sore. So you'll hear it being a bit scratchy. I'll try not to, allow it to be too scratchy. But anyway. So I got the AV8 and I've really been enjoying it. The A10 was a nightmare to stock grind, but anyway, that's tomorrow's video. Oof, this thing is amazing. Now you do have hover here. I use Y and T for my hover buttons, but VTOL aircraft in War Thunder are really fun, especially when I climb to high altitude. I just see like a MiG-21. I just turn on VTOL, especially since MiG-21s at this BR don't have flares. You just turn on VTOL, you just point your nose towards them in like 2 seconds, fire off an AIM-9G, and there you go. Now a lot of people use this thing as a bomber. I just take 2 9Gs, but you can take up to 5 Mark 84, what are they called? Incendiary bombs. You need 4 to destroy a base. So they're essentially like 1,000-pound bombs. But yeah. This guy. See if he looks at that or if he even has flares. Nope, okay, so he doesn't have flares. So that's a cool little first strike for me. Could I get the control? I think that SU-7 has flares. Now anyway, in the Hunter, you really don't want to fire these missiles at planes like this SU-25 that have flares, because AIM-9Gs are like R60s. They pull pretty well. Okay, well, they don't pull like R60s, but they pull pretty well. Like me, I mean, yeah, that's a complete lie. But anyway, they're decent. But they just don't like flares. They don't really like ignoring flares, to put it that way. They really like eating them whenever they see them. It's like me whenever I see a KFC. So anyway, ignore that horrible joke while I try and aim these cannons. These are Aidens. You get 260 rounds for both, which I'm not really a huge fan of. It's just thrust vector. Now this is thrust vectoring. I'm turning really easily because I'm using the thrust vectoring, and there's a MiG-21. Alright boys, so here we are in the next game, and I'm just gonna vertical take off real quick. So when you vertical take off, throttle to 110%. You do that, you point your nose forward after you've turned your VTOL on. Then once you've turned your VTOL on, turn your VTOL to about 35%. Point your nose up. Once you get to about 250 kilometers per hour, you can completely turn your VTOL off. And then there we go. Also, don't mind the anime skin, it's the only decent one I could get. Anyway, so let's talk about the AV8 a bit. AV8, what am I saying? AV8. The AV8 is a very, very good plane. Not at all a painful stock grind. AIM-9Gs are only tier 2, unlike the A10, which I have a huge grudge against now. But anyway, let me just put a yes in the chat for that, man. This thing is, by me answering that question, worth grinding. It's very, very good. The cockpit is amazing for sim. I've flown this thing a couple of times in sim. Very fun in dogfights, especially since people won't recognize that you're an AV8 at first. And then, yeah, you just put on VTOL, you fire off an AIM-9G, it usually hits them, and then it's perfect. Perfect. I really, love planes like this, you know, boom and zoom planes that can still dogfight well. It's just such a good type of airplane. The thing is, at 9.7, getting uncaged missiles and getting 60 countermeasures is just so good. I think one of the reasons I like this plane is because I like the Hunter F58 so much. If you haven't seen that video, here it is on the top right corner of your screen right now, and in the description comments down below. Really, really great squadron vehicle. Of course, this is a tech tree vehicle. But yeah, I just think it's so similar to the Hunter F58, minus turn time a bit and dogfight ability. But they are very, very similar planes, and I might even make a video comparing them, you never know. Now, while I try and chase this J-35A, that is a flareless plane, I'm not gonna waste a missile on that. AIM-9Gs don't burn for incredibly long. Ooh, that's a nice livery. But still, AIM-9Gs don't burn for too long. But I just wanted to say some things about the AV-8. Now, the AV-8 is part of the Harrier family. It was actually the only British export plane used by the US. Now, its normal designation is the Harrier, but the US renamed it the AV-8. Now, there we go, another flareless plane kill. I do kind of feel bad for killing flareless planes sometimes, but it is what it is. I don't really care that much. Now, if this A-10 is going to keep on flaring, I'm not going to be able to lock up this guy. I'm just going to have to boom and zoom him, I guess. Nope, never mind, not booming and zooming that guy. He might boom and zoom me if I'm not careful. Okay, thank you, teammate. I'm not stealing that. That Yak-28 has flares, but let's go for him anyway. So, should you play this plane, and if you want to, what kind of skill do you need to play this plane? You don't really need that much skill to play this plane. It's just kind of climb to 5,000 meters, point your nose at the target, and then there you go. You know, it's that kind of plane. Also, why can I not lock these bombers up frontally if the engines are on both sides? Another thing is that the engines hit very hard. They were kind of nerfed by Real Shatter, but they are back. They are amazing. Don't look at those old Defen videos because he'll tell you that the Aidens are absolute garbage. Yes, they got hit very hard by Real Shatter, but they're still very decent planes. Guns, what am I saying? You can tell I'm sick. Let's get an Avenger order. Now, you will overheat if you put this thing to 100% or 110% throttle. Keep it at like 93, I found is the best. Ooh, he's at the end of that runway. I'm just gonna VTOL at like 5 kilometers and try and... Also, your engine destroys itself very fast. I think 90% is a decent mistake. Throttle. I almost went into reduced speed there. Anyways, I'm gonna try and go like this and get behind him. Pause. There's another guy on the run. No F100. Okay, there we go. Oh, it cut off my tail. No, I can still pull up though. It's okay. No. Anyways, boys, thanks for watching the video. We're not putting this fire out. Thanks for watching, boys. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's A10A video. The late one, not the premium one. I don't have that kind of money. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.